Starting your own business isn't as easy as it sounds, but I am here to help you out. Starting your own business isn't as easy as it sounds, but I am here to help you out. There is a lot of research I did before starting my business, and I think I can share a few tips with all of you if you're looking forward to starting your own business. So you can grab a cup of beverage, a notebook, and a pen, and let's get started. If you're new here, I am Mihika and welcome to my channel, and if you're returning back, thank you for joining. I am so glad you're here. So a little bit about me and my business. I started my candle business. Yes, this is the one from my brand which I have made. I started my candle business in February this year, and it took me a while to get it started. The idea popped in my head last year in September, where I knew I wanted to start something of my own, but I wasn't sure what. So I looked into options of what things I could sell. I did not want to resell anything. I wanted the product to be of my own. I wanted to make it. After a lot of research and taking opinions from my friends, I narrowed down to two things. I could either start a soap business or a handmade scented candle business. Honestly, I was leaning a little towards soaps at that time, but I realized my love for candles is much more. Like, even before I started my business, I would purchase candles, scented candles, and I would give them to all my friends. And there's something about candles which is really calm and soothing, and I absolutely love it. So I decided to go with candles. I started experimenting with making candles in September, and it took me 5 months to perfect the recipe, and I got started in February. My candle brand's name is Dewfall. It is dewfall.co on Instagram. We currently have 6 scents for our candles, and they are so amazing. We have freshly baked cookies scented candle which smells exactly like fresh cookies out of the oven. Then we have pina colada, which is pineapple coconut, and trust me, it will remind you of the beach. Then there is moonstorm, which smells like a fresh aqua perfume. It is so soothing and so calming and so good. Then there is lavender, which smells like a bunch of fresh lavender flowers. I love this floral scent. Then there is vanilla, which is currently lit in my room, and this is the newest addition to Dewfall. It is so sweet and so good. And then there is Christmas tree, which smells like fresh woody pine tree, like the actual smell of a pine tree, which is so soothing and so peaceful. Like, all the candles light up my house and they're just so good. And safe to say, my business is now 6 months old and we are slowly and steadily growing. And I think it's safe to say I can help you out a little bit if you're thinking of starting your own business. I think the word business is going to be used multiple times throughout the video. I have sold 200 plus candles in the past 6 months, and it's a big win for me. First things first, what do you believe in? What do you like? What is your identity as a person? What do you enjoy doing? List down on a notebook a couple of things you enjoy doing. It isn't really supposed to be passion. Making candles is not my passion, but I believe in the idea that I can sell the best scented candles in the world. I do enjoy making candles, but there are other aspects of the business I enjoy much more. So it doesn't really have to be one true passion. I discovered and finalized the idea of selling candles because I would gift a lot of candles to a lot of friends, and I love candles. And candles are one out of the 100 things I love, but I knew for a fact that I can make a great candle and I can sell it. Make it super hard. Just make a list of things you really like. It can be as random as a coffee mug or a bottle or anything that comes to your mind. The list can be as long as you like, and once it's done, take a break and sleep on it. Next point is, what do you want to sell? You can open the list and use that as a guide, and you can see if you are interested in selling any of the things down below. If it's a physical, tangible thing, for example, clothes or jewelry or coffee mugs, would you be interested in selling any of those? Ask yourself the question, would you like investing your time in making a product or reselling it? Anything from the list down below. You can narrow down your list and select a couple of things and brainstorm your ideas over it. Research your options. There are thousands of videos you will find on YouTube, blogs you will find on Pinterest and on Google, which will help you to get a better idea on how to start a business from the things you have narrowed down. Say for example, there are candles in your list. I'm taking an example of a candle because that's how I started. When I made down my list and I narrowed it down, candles, soaps and a couple of other things were on my list. And then I researched on how to make a candle, how much time does it take, how much investment would it take, an approximate value. And whatever you think suits you, you can narrow down that option by researching. Research is such a powerful tool for any business, like a pillar on which your business is going to stand upon. Your pillar of research has to be really, really strong. Do your research, take days, weeks if needed. Once you think you've narrowed down the product you would like to sell, think about branding, what your brand identity would be. Branding is simple, it shouldn't be overcomplicated. It's about how you want to be viewed by your audience. There is something known as brand identities which you need to list it down. How do you want the brand to be seen? In which light? For example, my brand's identity relates with the words peace, nature, calm, soothing and earthy. So the colors for brand identity which I've chosen for my business are majorly tones of green, brown and beige. These are more of earthy and natural colors, and that's how I relate my brand. I shall list down a link down below in the description box that can help you to find your brand's identity, and how colors also play a very important role in identifying your brand's identity and how you want to be seen in front of the audience and on a bigger platform. Another important aspect is investment. Every business requires a base investment. So if you're on a budget, you need to keep that in mind. There are a lot of small businesses which can be started on a very low investment. Make sure you research those options. Trust me, research is the biggest key over here. This video is about sharing my experience and sort of giving you like a guided path on how you can get started as well. I'm not here to provide a very specific route on exactly how to find it, how to find your investment. That's all the technical terms you need to keep in mind, and you need to do your research, because starting a business is really subjective. The sort of problems which I faced while starting my business might look different from what you will be facing, but trust me, I really want to say after 6 months of starting my own business, it's worth it. The patience is worth it, and you really have to be dedicated and committed. So before starting, make sure this is something you really want to do. So coming back to investment, you can research on low investment businesses and you could get started. And make sure whatever investment you have in your head, let's take for example, you have 10,000 rupees in your head as your investment budget. So if you have 10,000 in your budget, please make sure that it's always going to exceed a little bit. So for example, if it's 10, it can cross up to 13 to 14k. I've learned that the hard way, because there are a lot of things you need to consider in investment. It's right from experimenting your product, getting it in bulk, packaging. There are a lot of things. So if your budget is a little flexible, that is always good. But if you're on a very cut-to-cut budget, please do a super strong research. Even if it takes like a month for it, I really would suggest pay attention to it. We're getting practical now. Finding suppliers. Finding a good supplier is really important. What you can do is you can start by visiting your local bulk markets in your area. I would suggest going to wholesalers instead of suppliers because they offer a better rate. If you have no idea about your local market and any wholesale market, the best advice I can give you is to go on IndiaMart. You can find wholesalers, retailers and dealers from all across India in this one place. Please look out for multiple suppliers and wholesalers before you narrow down on one. And I would really suggest that try to look for your local city suppliers and wholesalers, because it cuts down the shipping costs of your raw material and it's a good way of saving money. If the product which you're going to sell is handmade, I would highly suggest please take your own sweet time in perfecting your product, because no one likes an unfinished, not so perfect product. I spent 5 months in perfecting the candle recipe. I saw 100 different videos on candle making. For example, I saw videos from candle makers from the US, from the UK, even India as well. But Some things you need to consider are the raw materials which they are using should be available exactly locally. The type of wax which I use is very different from the ones that are used in US. Even if it's the same sort of wax, it's from different dealers. And considering humidity, it was not an easy task because the videos of candle making which I saw were all made in cooler regions where the nature of wax was intact, and here because of humidity the wax just behaves weird. The temperature, the boiling temperature is different, the cooling temperature is different. I'm getting too scientific right now, but basically all I want to say is what exactly is working for those people in the video, it's not necessary that the exact same thing would work for you. You need to keep trying and you need to keep perfecting your product your own way, because I've learned it the hard way. The only way to perfect your product is by doing it yourself and learning it through your own mistakes. I might have seen 100 different videos and they really helped me a lot in giving me a very guided path on where to get started and how to do it. But the things which I've learned by experimenting on my own, none of the videos had prepared me for that. It took me a whole of 5 months to perfect the product, and I was really adamant that until and unless I don't perfect it, I'm not going to sell it, because that's not what I believe in. So if you're going to make a handmade product, please make sure you perfect it. And if you're going to resell your product, make sure you finalize your suppliers and your dealers and you get the product in hand. Ask them for samples. If necessary, pay for the required samples. And for reselling, please see the product for yourself. See it physically. Don't believe on the pictures the dealers send you. Physically see the product and then order in bulk or whatever quantity you're comfortable with, the dealer agrees to. So make sure your product is extremely flawless before you put it up on sale. Next factor is, where do you want to sell it? I think the best platform today for selling is Instagram. It is hands down a place where people spend most of their times on. And there are a million brands which are using Instagram marketing to its best, and they have grown their small businesses into massive, huge businesses. Check out videos on how you can grow your brand and your business on Instagram. Another platform you can also have is by having your own website. I believe that I wanted a website since the very start, and that's how we started. But if you're not sure about having a website right away, I would really suggest start off with Instagram. Once you're ready and your business is a little set, you can start off with a website as well. But if you think you can manage your Instagram page and website both at the start, I would really suggest going for that, because website really gives your business a very professional look and it makes you stand apart. So I would highly suggest a website. I have made the entire website and bought my own domain for around 1800 or 2000 for a year, and that is like insanely affordable. And Wix is really amazing, and I would highly suggest, if you can, make a website from the very start. Your business will look so professional. It will really make your business stand apart. Again, Wix is really super friendly to use. I am no website designer or anything, but I've designed the entire website myself for my business. If you're interested to check out the website I designed, I will link it down somewhere over here. The last but a very important thing to keep in mind before is packaging and courier. You need to sort this beforehand before launching your business, because trust me, you will start getting orders from your closest friends or your family, and you need to keep all of this sorted beforehand. So look out for cardboard boxes or courier bags or whatever your product would fit in. So something like a candle, because it's delicate, would require a lot of bubble wrap and a cardboard box for shipping. We can't send it in courier bag, so I had to get that sorted out before only. And for courier, Shiprocket is amazing. You can get your business listed on Shiprocket even if you don't have a GST number. And Shiprocket is really good, but it might take a little while. So if very initially, if you want to get started off with courier, and this is also what we did, was India Post. Go to your local post office and you can get your order shipped. It has really good service. It's just a little hassle to stand in line and you need to show your product and then pack it over there. But apart from that, it's good service. And once you get a good hang of shipping your own products, you can start off with Shiprocket. It's super easy and it's super nice. This video is not sponsored at all. All the suggestions, right from Wix to IndiaMart to India Post and Shiprocket, they are all learned from my own personal experiences, and I really hope they can be helpful for you as well. These are the main things you really want to keep in your mind before starting off your your own business. If you think I've missed out on any point, please let me know in the comment section down below. And if you want to ask me anything else about starting your own business, you can comment down in the comment section down below and I will get back to you. I'm for sure no pro at all this business yet. I really think with all the experience I have had while starting my own business and all the troubles and all the happiness and all the excitement that I've been through, I really hope this video helps you in one way or two. Have a great day, you guys. I will see you soon for my next video. Till then, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and have an amazing day.